So, you've got yourself a new security system, have you, Con?
Cost me an arm and a leg. Have to have them these days, though, don't you? Crime rate going up and all.
My word. There you go, mate. Good on you.
Hi.
That's our featured artist of the week, Josie Miller.
On 3SD, the voice of the Golden West with Rod Wright. Good morning. And we're broadcasting this morning from the pulsating heart of wonderful downtown Mount Thomas. And some of the locals have come to say g'day. Oh, one of our local boys in blues wandered down to have a gander, filling his face. Pay for that, Constable? But seriously, folks, do we think our local law enforcers protect us well enough? Do we get the police we deserve? That'll be our talkback topic right after the news on Putting It Right on 3SD.
Golden Radio. Well, exactly what did he say?
Oh, just make sure you put that back in the cage when you finish with it. The last thing it is, the owner comes
I'm not
blaming.
worried about him anyway. He's only in town for a week, you know.
This bloke accused me of corruption. He said I didn't pay for my hamburger.
Oh, you never paid
I'll give him a hamburger with a lot. There we are.
Today, crime rates are escalating at an alarming pace, particularly in rural areas, where unemployment, youth unemployment in particular, is at an all-time high. In fact, statistics reveal rural police are blatantly ignoring an imminent crime wave.
Crime rate? Not in this town.
I want to report a crime.
Boss, we've got a bag snatch in the main street.
Job for you, girls.
Thank you, sir.
Rod Wright.
Excuse me. Okay. Ivana, you want to tell me where you're hurting?
Oh, someone hit me. They stole my hamburger.
All right, did you see who it was? Did anyone here see who it was?
She hit her head on the pavement.
Oh, did you see the bag snatch, sir?
I didn't actually see the snatch. I came out in time to call for help.
Oh, all right, you called the station, did you?
No.
Did anyone here call the police station?
I did.
And did you see the offender, ma'am?
I got here after the event. She was lying on the ground.
You see, I had the strap of my handbag looped around my arm. And when they pulled down, I went.
Okay, Vi, look, we'll get you to the hospital and I'll take a look at you down there, okay?
What about my handbag?
I'll give it good airtime, Miss Chisholm. You just leave it to me.
Okay, you just take it easy. Come on. You right?
I'll stay at the hospital until Vi Chisholm's in the clear, boss. Dash will door knock the area.
Yes, received that, Doyle. Also get McKinley to check any likely spots that the handbag might have been dumped.
Roger that.
That Rod Wright's spot on, you know. Kids these days think they can get away with anything. No respect.
Mount Thomas
Now, you
Station
say
back
you
on main
sacked this
channel.
sack, Taylor. Is that right, Mr Anderson?
Yeah, well, that's when the kid went off wrecking the shop. He went mad. I want to make it clear. I let him go because the lousy little sod wasn't doing his job.
Yes, you've made that clear, Mr Anderson. Now, you say you didn't actually see Zach damaging your property. Do you have a witness?
Yes. Yes, my son Dean.
Lazy sod wasn't doing his job.
All right, what exactly was his job?
Help in the store, deliver advertising material. We're the biggest hardware store in town, you know. There's no time to muck around.
All right, and Zach was mucking around, was he?
Slap. Wasn't pulling his weight. Like not delivering his share of the leaflets. Buggered if I was going to do his and mine.
All right, your dad mentioned that he did some damage to the shop property. Can you show me that?
Well, you're looking at it. Bastard dumped the whole rack on the ground.
Well, is there any other damage?
It'll take me forever to put these back on their hooks. These are specialised security keys. Look, I've known Zach since primary. Now, the guy can get really ugly when he wants to. And after he knew that we were going to let him go, he told me he'd fix Dad.
All right, have you got any idea where he might be?
Wash, mate? Nice day, isn't it?
You do realise this is illegal, don't you?
It's important to have clear vision, you know. Cause accidents otherwise.
You Zach Taylor?
Yeah?
Good, grab your stuff and jump in. We've got a couple of things to talk about.
Oh, I don't know. Maybe that one.
Oh, it's okay,
being
Vi. You just take your time. We
enterprising.
know it's not easy.
Isn't that what's expected of young people today? Pick on teenagers because they're lazy when they work. Knock them down.
Be any one of these. You must think I'm such a fool.
No, you're right, Vi. You've had a nasty shock. You take
You're
your
not
time.
wrong.
Far be it from me to tell our fine constabulary how to do their job.
Rod Wright, I can't thank you enough for your kindness, Mr. Wright.
Rod.
He held my hand while I was waiting for you lot to come.
It's my job, Miss Chisholm. It's my job. I'm a servant of the public.
And Mr. Wright, how can we help you?
Well, once again, I'm here to help Miss Chisholm. Now, you remember we talked about doing an interview? Well, I think we should strike while the iron's hot. Do a live to air right now. That's if you're feeling up for it, of course. Yep, of course. And we'll see if we can get to the
Well,
bottom of
actually,
it.
hang on. We're in the middle of an investigation, sir.
But Rod's right, Detective.
Yeah.
The power of the media.
Dean Anderson's a spoilt brat, and his father thinks his son...
Mate,
shines out
you
of his-
damaged shop property, didn't you?
I threw some keys on the ground. Heavy.
All right, so you've had your little tantrum, and now
I was unfairly dismissed.
Now it's time to calm down and cut your losses. You don't want to push this thing any further.
No, the point is, I work my buns off at Anderson's Hardware, do my work and Dean's, then who gets kicked in the butt? I do.
All right, mate, well, it sounds like you get the rough end of the pineapple, but, you know, I strongly advise you just to back off because Anderson is very interested in pressing charges.
What? Oh, they're warped.
Mate, we were prepared to let you off with a warning, as long as you stay away from Anderson's Hardware.
How'd you go?
That was quick, McKinley.
Nobody saw anything, boss.
All right, both of you can go back out there, talk to the tradespeople at Posty, and that's it. I thought I told Schultz to put that damn thing back in the cage. And where's Vi?
Oh, Rod Wright picked her up. Well, her fault. I wanted her to do a live interview.
The poor woman has just been traumatised.
Land report. Hopefully good news for all you farmers out there.
Zach!
And we're back now with Miss
Hi, Dash.
Gracious,
How's your bike
courageous,
going?
well,
Yeah, good.
Beautiful elder of the Mount Thomas community, who today experienced a terrible violation
Get
of
it
her
yourself,
right to
Sonny.
public safety.
And stay away from intersections.
Yeah, tell me that already, remember?
Yes, Rod, he was about ordinary height, wearing a blue cap. One of those American ones. Wore it backwards on his head. It had pistols or something on it. He had on a dark sloppy Joe and baggy jeans.
Just before you go,
Well, that
mate.
certainly gives us something to go on, Vi. Do you know this person?
I don't believe this.
There's, mate. Sounds like a bit of bad luck, doesn't it?
It wasn't me.
What are you doing at 10:15 this morning?
I was at the Imperial Hotel.
Doing?
Looking for work.
Looking for work before you started work, were you?
I went job hunting before I washed windscreens, yes.
Who'd you talk to?
The woman there.
This woman have a name?
Who cares?
Don't be a smart-ass. We verify everything you say.
Fine. Anything else you pigs want to pin on me today?
The dining is exceptional, prepared by my good friend
Yeah, there was a
Tony
kid in here
Constance.
asking for
Tony,
work this morning, but I didn't really get a good look at him. I mean, I had my head under the counter. I was fixing a valve on the keg at the time, so I just said there's nothing doing and he left. Did you see that kid in here this morning, Len?
No, sorry.
I mean, there's kids in here looking for work all the time, you know.
Hey, Len, can I just turn up the radio a sec?
You're amongst the community members most at risk in this current crime wave.
Crime
Criminals
wave?
target the elderly and the very young. Do you think the police are doing enough to ensure that our homes and streets are safe?
Well, I don't want to say that they're in.
What have they actually done, Vi?
They showed me a book of faces.
Criminals' faces. Hardly reassuring, is it, Vi?
The girls were very sweet. They took me to the hospital.
My point exactly, the girls. And when it comes to the crunch, Vi, is an 8-stone girl going to be of much use when you find yourself pitted against a hardened criminal? Well, just take a look at your case, Vi. You've done more to further the investigation by coming in here than the police could ever dream of. But the description of your bag snatcher is out there now, Vi. The public have been informed of this dangerous criminal.
Dangerous criminals? For God's sake,
One
turn
never
that bloody
knows
thing
how
off and put it
safe
away
they
before I
are these
smash it to
days.
bits.
And the police can't be everywhere all the time.
Let's face it, the police are slower than a wet week. You're here live, putting it right. And now it's time to take some calls.
Oh, thanks for that, Chris.
Sorry I couldn't be more help.
No worries, see you later.
And now it's time to take some calls.
Rod Wright's a bloody turkey. Turkeys have more brains.
Maggie, Dash?
Yeah.
Tom's on the radio.
Look, Mr. Wright, I've had about enough of you and your asinine power plays. I want to set a couple of things straight.
Any hints gratefully accepted, Tom. You'd be an expert at power
Look, for
plays.
starters, you can call me Sergeant Croydon.
Yeah, I'll rest my case.
I will not have you blowing the town,
boss.
putting me and my members and their...
More than one member?
I will not have you putting my members and their expertise down. It is not our job to fight crime waves.
Not
Because he
your
knows
job
on
to
there.
fight crime waves.
Obviously not Chris Noyes'
Finish
front
it,
page.
jumped up, eager, maniacal son of a...
I don't know, Margaret. The boss won't be pleased. He said I won't get my pocket money this week if I turn it on again. Rightio, yeah.
Well, there you have it.
I've heard stories of how the police force are a pack of bad-mouthing heavies, but I never thought I'd be hearing it straight from the horse's mouth.
Now, you listen to me, you low-life scumbag.
Okay.
I didn't say that. You cut me off before I finished. What I was trying to say was...
that it's not your
Turn
job
that
to fight
bloody
crime
radio
waves.
off, Schultz. I didn't say that. You cut me off before I finished. What I was trying to say was... Turn that bloody radio off, Schultz.
Boss, Inspector Falcon Price on 2.
Hello, Inspector. The point is, he quoted me out of context. He wouldn't let me finish. Well, please, at least you hear me out. Sir, it is not our job to fight crime waves because we aren't actually having one. Well, with all due respect, sir, I didn't know. I mean, I wasn't told that I was on air. Yes, sir, I am fully aware of policy police dealing with the media. Yes, I will apologise. Well, the point is, sir, he is whipping the town into a paranoid frenzy over nothing. We are not having a crime wave.
Boss, hot burger by Chisholm's.
Rod Wright's right, you know. We're having a crime wave. We're not even safe in our own homes anymore.
Everything is fine, Vi. We've got the matter in hand.
But you don't have the matter in hand. Rod's right. Look, a criminal broke in through my window. My good silver gone. Yes, Rod's right. I need to get a security system installed.
Constable Doyle?
Oh, just a sec, PJ. You just sit there for a minute, Vi.
Thanks, Maggie. I'm okay.
There's no footprints in the garden bed. There's no prints on the window.
A faked entry?
Miss Chisholm,
Yes.
were your house keys and your handbag that were snatched this morning?
Don't be silly. How do you think I let myself in? No, I always keep my keys in my pocket. Ever since Leela Clegg got her handbag stolen and lost her keys and everything she did.
Vi, you don't keep a spare key hidden outside somewhere, do you?
I wouldn't do that. It's too dangerous.
Right, did you have a spare key in your handbag?
Oh, I did. Oh,
you're right. You're right. We'll call the ambos, huh?
You'll be right, Vi. You'll be right. Hang on.
How's Vi?
Oh, she's had a stroke. She's in ICU now. Zoe doesn't fancy her
Yeah, we're
chances.
pretty certain the bag snatcher did the burg.
We're going to check out Zach Taylor again.
Yeah, well, these two will be door-knocking Vi Chisholm Street if they ever get round to going.
Oh, sorry, boss. We're just waiting for the battery of the radio.
Yeah, all right. We'll just sort it out and get a wriggle on, will you, please? I'm off to the 3SD studio. Nick, where's that radio?
It's in the property cage.
Get it out and turn it on, will you? Monitor this worm. Right out.
Good luck.
Luck?
Yeah.
My luck today. Can you believe Falcon Price listening into that broadcast?
Hi. In for a slice of humble pie, Sergeant?
I'm here to clear any bad feelings between us, Mr. Wright. The Force works very hard to maintain a spirit of cooperation with the community. I need you to be part of that.
I'm hearing an apology.
The lines of communication between us need to be open, yes.
Communication's my specialty.
Then I'd like to ask if you'd mind helping us furthering our inquiries. Could you ask your listeners if any of them witnessed the bag snatch this morning?
Whisper your name. Josie Miller on 3SD.
And we'd like you to whisper a name. Call us 422 322 if you happen to witness the disturbing bag snatch in the main street of Mount Thomas this morning. 422 322. Call us now. Are you a Mr. Fix-It? Are you a bloke who loves his shed? Partial to a power tool? Well, Anderson's Hardware's the place for you. Friendly and reliable. Anderson's specialise in security equipment.
Free quotes and prompt service. Get secure now. Call Anderson's for all your key needs. Yes, hello. You're putting it right.
G'day, Rod. How are you?
Fighting fit, thanks, mate. How about yourself?
Look, I saw the crime happen. It was a kid did it. I didn't get much of a look at him, but I saw the push bike he was on.
He was on a push bike.
Yeah, he grabbed the handbag. A poor woman hit the deck. Then the kid leapt onto his bike and took off.
Can you describe the bike?
Rod, I chased the little mongrel, but he got away.
What did the bike look like, mate?
Black and white. One of those modern types. Flat handlebars, fat tyres, and grey saddlebags.
Thanks, mate. You're a hero. Thanks very much for that. And we'll be back putting it right in the next hour. But first, here's the news with Bruce Bannister.
Has he gone?
Well, I've got a shift to run here.
Did you get a name?
Get a name?
Thanks, Rod. And here's the 1 o'clock news. There's welcome relief.
Well, at least we got a description on the bike. Do you know Zach Taylor has a mountain bike with grey panniers?
Yeah? Let's grab this bloke, huh? Adam?
Brother gang, I'll stay here and hold the fort.
I'd rather come and do this door knocking.
No. I want to sit here and listen to my good old mate, Rod.
And we've just been joined by Sergeant Tom Croydon from Mount Thomas Police. Welcome, Sergeant.
Thank you.
During the news break, the Sergeant and I have been talking about proactive police work. And I'm assured that our local girls and boys in blue are amongst the finest in Victoria. So let me throw this at you, Sergeant. Can the elder citizens of Mount Thomas rely on the police for, say, home security checks?
Absolutely.
That's very generous, very generous. What's a number they can call to take advantage of this free service, Sergeant?
Now, are you the bloke who wanted the free security check? What do you want it for? Oh, mate. Look, you want a hold for a tick, please? Mount Thomas Police. Can you hold a moment, please? Yeah, cheers. Is this Mrs. Denton? Rightio. Good day, Mrs. Denton. Look, I don't think you've got a security problem at all. I think you've got a couple of possums doing some boot scooting up in your roof, so I wouldn't be too concerned. Well, if you want to ring up about it, you speak to our possum expert. That's Constable Adam Cooper. Yeah, ta-da. Mount Thomas... Oh, you're the one? Who are you? where did you see this activity, madam? Rightio. Mulligan's Dam. OK. Thank you very much for your call. Ta-da. Mount Thomas Police. Can you hold, please? Well, I'll tell you what, we've got Mrs. Denton ringing up with a couple of AK-47 toting possums from a roof. We've got an old bloke who wants us to ferry him down shopping on Pension Day, Thursday. We've got lots of things happening.
Yeah, where is everyone?
Oh, they're out being proactive, boys and girls.
Mount Thomas Police, Sergeant Croydon speaking. How can I help you?
Uncle Tom Croydon's Crime Wave Crisis Line, brought to you by 3SD.
Don't you lot have anything better to do than hassle people?
Well, Zach, you see, I'm in the hassling business and I'm going to need you to come down to the station, old mate.
God.
Is there a problem here?
I'll be 10 more minutes.
And then how long is it going to take to do my car?
10 minutes? Pardon?
Look, I thought you'd be finished by now.
Is this your car?
No, that one.
Go on, Zach. It's not a good day, is it, mate?
I didn't snatch the old bat's handbag.
Yeah, so you keep telling us, Zach.
And I didn't break into any house either.
I understand that you own a mountain bike. Is that right?
Yeah, I did.
You did?
It's stolen.
Stolen? Yeah?
When was it stolen?
Sometime today. And I went home after I left here and it was gone.
So you won't mind if we take a look around your house then?
Get stuffed. And you can't do that without a warrant anyway.
A warrant? Well, thanks for reminding us, Zach, because we can get warrants. Can't we, Constable Dawn?
We can.
No need to be like that, Mrs. Clegg.
He's not budging.
Hey, listen to this.
I feel like an absolute fool, Rod.
Not to worry, Mrs. Clegg.
Good, Leela Clegg.
I just can't find me bloody keys anywhere. I've lost me glasses and deadlocked myself in, see. All this new security gear, I'm not quite used to it yet.
Now listen, Mrs. Clegg, tell you what I'll do. You give me your address off air and I'll pass it on to our friendly police force. I'll have them round there in no time.
Good-o. You're a pet, Rod.
I don't know that a slug qualifies as a pet. You can field the call, thanks. Maggie, get on to Cooper and McKinley. Send them over to Leela's place.
Mrs. Clegg! Mrs. Clegg!
Gee, that was quick.
Mrs. Clegg! Mrs. Clegg! Have you got a spare key?
If I had a bloody spare, I'd use it myself.
Leela, do you know who installed your door for you?
Anderson's? Oh. I gave a spare key to Merv Poole. Down the road, number 28.
Yeah, 28, I know. Let's go. We'll be back in a minute.
It's ringing now.
Hello?
Mrs. Clegg? It's Rod Wright from 3SD, calling to get an update on your little drama there.
Well, Rod, the cops came quick.
Well, what's she on about now?
Oh, well, there's a running commentary going on about Leela Clegg's hostage story. We've got the warrant.
That one was for me old door, not the new security grill, see?
Your new guaranteed thief stopper Anderson security door.
That's right. I can see them over at Merv's now. Oh, I think he's told them it's the wrong key. They're just young things, see? They look like they don't know what to do.
For God's sake, where are their brains? Get over to Anderson's, Cooper. The whole town's going to think we're a pack of idiots.
Don't you
Mount
worry,
Thomas Station to
your pretty little
VKC.
hit, Mrs. Clegg, we'll have you.
Come and have a look at the mess that lousy little weasel Zach Taylor made. God knows which one's Leela's. Give us a hand here, will you, son? Which one's the spare for 37 Currawong, do you think?
That's Mrs. Clegg.
It's the wrong key.
It's the wrong key.
It's the wrong key. And I'm still missing me bingo, Rod.
I know, my sweet. We'll get you out.
What did you call me, Murphy?
Yeah, Dash, give me a go, will you?
I don't know why you have to keep hassling me. Didn't find any dark and evil secrets at my house, did you?
Oh, look, Zach, just take a seat. Thank you. Tape-recorded interview between Senior Detective Hasham and Zach Taylor continues at 14:30, also present as Constable Doyle. Righto. Zach, where did you dump the bike?
Oh, Zach, it's just better if you speak out. The facts might actually help you.
I haven't done anything wrong. I didn't take the bag. I didn't steal from the old lady's house.
Excuse me a moment. Zoe Hamilton just rang. Unfortunately, Vi Chisholm passed away. We're talking manslaughter, Zach. I'd start talking if I were you.
So nobody else was able to give us a positive ID?
Nah, all we've got is the description from Vi.
Who's no longer with us,
And the bike.
which we can't locate.
So can we hold on to him?
Well, I haven't finished with him yet.
Yeah, but on what you've got so far, it would not stand up for 5 seconds with a decent lawyer.
He knocks an old lady to the ground, he breaks into a house, he traumatised her so badly she had a stroke.
All right, I am just saying you need more.
Yeah, well, I will bury him and his lawyer before I let him go.
Really?
Boss, he hates it when you use the L word. So what about the bike?
Well, he probably got rid of it when he heard about it on the radio.
But what did he do with it?
Oh, I don't know. Dumped it in a river or a dam.
You might want to try Mulligan's Dam, actually.
Eh?
I had a one of those callers before. She said someone was acting suspiciously by Mulligan's Dam. I didn't take much notice of it at the time.
Mate, even if you find Zach's bike, how do we tie it into the bag snatch? All we've got is an anonymous phone call to the radio station.
Well, it's obviously a fan of Rodney Wright's of 3SD. You've got it in there, haven't you, with Rod?
No way.
Oh, come on, I'd speak to him myself, but you know, he's not the sort of bloke who'll settle just for the apple when he can have the whole pig in the spit. You know?
Thank you very much. Absolutely not. I've had quite enough of Rod Wright for one day.
Oh, go on, you silver-tongued old devil.
Mr. Wright, your technician told me I might find you here.
Drink, Sergeant?
No, thank you. I'm still on duty.
And here I was thinking you wanted the pleasure of my company.
Actually, I need your help, Mr. Wright.
My help? Oh, sorry. I thought I was a jumped-up, egomaniacal son of a bitch.
We really need to talk to the caller who witnessed the bag snatcher get away on his bike.
And so we're on to about the 50th. Hey, and poor old Leela, she's starting to panic. I'm thinking I'm going to have to get in there myself.
But no one could get in or out, that's why you were sent round there.
Hey, Schultze, I didn't say that it was going to be easy.
Right, okay.
Anyway, Merv Poole rocks up. He drills out the lock with the mother of all power tools.
Turns out Merv's been trying to ask her out for years.
Yeah.
Finally got his chance, didn't he?
Well, there you go. He spent part of the day assisting the course of true love. That's nice, isn't it?
Arrogant, conceited.
Ooh, well, someone's not going to get a Valentine's Day card this year, are they?
Rod Wright wouldn't cooperate, eh?
Oh, yes, he'll cooperate, all right. Provided we give him an exclusive interview at the end of the day.
Did you get the name and address of the caller?
They don't keep records, but he's going to make announcements over 3SD asking him to contact us.
Well, you can't ask more than that, can you?
Well, I would like to ask to wipe the smug smile off his face.
Yeah, well, he's got nothing to be smug about. Apparently his 3SD gig's a very big come-down.
Oh, come on. What's wrong with 3SD?
Apart from the fact that it employs Rod Wright, you mean?
No, apparently he's this hotshot radio personality in Sydney.
Yeah?
Rod Wright?
No, it's true. I was reading this article about this penthouse apartment he shared with his third wife.
I am. What happened to him?
Well, he wanted to be pitted against John Laws, and he bombed.
John Laws.
3 wives, eh? I wonder how he's going with his alimony payments.
Well, the child support agency might know.
Hey, look what we found in Mulligan's Dam.
Hey, well, that's either a push bike or the world's biggest yappy.
Let's see what Zach's got to say.
What have you done to my bike?
Can you get the tape, please, Constable? Interview resumed at 15:18 with Zach Taylor. Sit down, please, Zach. Zach, would you agree that the push bike I've just wheeled into the interview room is your missing push bike?
Yeah, but that doesn't mean I did it.
Who did it then?
How the hell would I know? I told you it was stolen.
You didn't dump it in Mulligan's Dam?
Mulligan's Dam. Is that what you found?
I've just put certain allegations to you, Zach. What do you say to them?
Well, crap, that's what I say.
Yeah? What do you say to this, Sybil Doyle?
See this, Zach?
I've never seen that before.
No? Well, it contained a purse, a bank book and other items belonging to Vi Chisholm.
Now, the only thing missing is the key used to break into Miss Chisholm's house.
Well, perhaps you should be talking to the person who stole my bike.
And who might that be?
Don't know.
You sure about that?
Yep, I'm bloody sure about that. Can I have my bike back now?
Sergeant Croydon?
Yes, that's right.
Poole. Merv Poole.
Yes, Mr. Poole.
Mr. Poole helped us out with Leela this afternoon. Have you decided where you're going to go for your date yet?
Well, it's not a date. Why can't two people go out for a quiet drink without everyone making a song and dance about it?
Sorry.
How can we help you, Mr. Poole?
Heard an advert over 3SD. You wanted to talk to me?
You're the one who called in about the bike. You better come on through.
Didn't think it'd take the Rothers long to get on to you.
I don't know what you're talking about, you
What's the
stupid
little
old
toe
prick.
rag done?
You take
You
Zach
know this
to
young
the
bloke,
toilet,
do you?
thanks
If it hadn't
very
been
much.
for him, I might have
Stingy
stopped the
old
damned
bastard.
hoodlum that
Mr.
knocked over Vi.
Feel free to blame me, everyone else
If I
does.
wanted me window washed, I'd have asked you to do it.
Just a minute. Perhaps you'd better come into my office, Mr. Poole. Look, are you saying that you were with Zach when Vi Chisholm was actually being robbed?
I told the little bastard I didn't want me window washed, but he wouldn't take no for an answer.
Yes. But when was this?
Well, just before I came upon poor old Vi, I'd stopped at the primary school crossing, you know, the one with the lollipop lady. Reckon I would have driven past a few seconds earlier if I hadn't been held up. I might have stopped the mongrel. Vi might still be alive.
Well, what did you actually see?
Well, Vi on the ground and Lout the detective riding away.
Listen, we don't have any record of you being on the scene.
Well, people had started gathering around. I reckon I might have been able to catch the hooligan that did it.
So what, you followed him?
Yeah, he rode up one of them laneways off Hetherington Way. By the time I got back to Vi, you lot had arrived. Didn't think I'd be any more use, so I drove off.
Boss, Brenda from the Child Support Agency's on the phone. Do you want me to take a message?
Yeah, no, that's all right. I'll come and take it out there. Thanks, Nick. Excuse me a moment, will you, Mr. Poole?
Well, if it isn't my friends in the police force.
This is a private party, Mr. Ross.
Oh, now, let's not be like that. Didn't I help you get your man?
The man we needed to interview came in, yeah?
Yeah, see? The power of the media. Did I tell you I had a chief commissioner sacked once? Ha! Could have been bigger than Laws. King of the dung heap. But I never give a man a chance.
Shout.
I'll give you a hand.
No, hang on. Let me. Don't.
Mr. Wright, put it away. Wouldn't want people thinking we took gifts, would you?
Sergeant, you know me too well.
He's not bothering you, is he?
No, it's all right. I wouldn't serve him anymore, though.
Righto. Sam again?
Yeah.
There you are. There's someone in before you asking for you.
Oh, who?
Well, she wouldn't give her name, but she's very attractive.
Oh, boss, a mystery woman.
Shut up, McKinley. Just get the drinks away. You must be Judy.
Yes, Sergeant Croydon.
Yeah. Why don't we here?
Don't be silly, Merv. They just had the telly on too loud, that's all.
It didn't sound like the telly to me.
Hello, you two. I didn't think you'd come to the Imperial for your date. Drink?
Yes, well, never you mind about that now. You lot ought to see what's going on at Anderson's Hardware.
Nothing's going on.
What's going on at Anderson's Hardware?
I tell you, mate, I had nothing to do with it. Set me up, you bastard. You get out of here. Get off.
Hey!
Settle down. Get off me. This animal attacked my son. Attack him. I'm going to kill him.
What's going on, mate?
He's the one who stole the bike and knocked off that old lady. I knew who it was the minute you mentioned Mulligan's Dam.
Yeah? Why's that?
Because Dean and I have been going yabbying there since we're about 10 or something, and so I knew that'd be the first place he'd think to chuck the bike.
And why didn't you tell us this before?
Because I don't dob.
Mate, he stole your bike. He's robbed and assaulted an old lady. And then he tried to blame the whole thing on you, and you didn't want to dob on him, is that right?
Why do you think I was giving him a belting?
What's he got against you?
This is unreal. Can't you see what he's doing? He's making the whole thing up just to get himself off the hook. Look, he's the one that knocked over that old lady. He told me so himself.
Is that right?
Yeah, dead set.
You know, that's funny, because we got a witness who places him around the corner washing car windscreens at exactly the same time as the robbery. Now, what do you have to say about that?
He's lying. Must be.
Yeah? So you won't mind if we conduct a pat-down search, then?
What's the point? You've already been through my stuff.
Stand up, please.
Tell him the truth.
Wait, just get on your feet, thanks.
Arms up, thank you. Tap.
Wait till my dad hears about this.
Oh, Dino, yeah, he's going to love this. Could have dumped the key with the rest of the stuff, eh? You had to get greedy.
I don't know where the key came from, I swear.
Huh?
Did he own up?
Oh, no. He's too scared of what his old man might do, eh?
Oh, why? If anything, he spoilt the kid rotten.
No. Dean confessed his old man would stop his gravy train.
Listen, this kid as good as murdered Vi Chisholm.
Well, unfortunately, there's no direct link between the incident and her death. The best thing that we can do is up it to robbery. Mind you, that hasn't stopped PJ from putting the frighteners on him.
Yes, it was the most fun I've had in weeks, a silly little
I would be
weasel.
very surprised if a kid as gutless as Dean had the initiative to plan and carry through something like this.
Doyle's right, you know. Dean couldn't have thought this up by himself. Somebody's put him up to it.
Who?
Rod Wright.
Oh, that's a bit far-fetched.
No, come on. What if I was to tell you this isn't the first crime wave that Rod Wright has been linked
Hang
to?
on, boy. Look, I know you guys aren't best friends, but you got no proof to say he's involved in any
Who
of this.
profits from a crime wave in Mount Thomas if everybody goes security man?
Security man. Oh, well, that would be Greg Anderson.
Yes. And if Wright's getting a kickback, payola?
If he's getting a kickback.
Come on, humour me, PJ. Check it out, will you?
How are you, sir?
What is it now? Haven't you done this family enough harm already?
Mr. Anderson, we don't want to harm anyone. We have reason to believe that Dean's not the only one involved in the theft, robbery and assault of Vi Chisholm.
Is this your way of saying you were wrong?
Wrong? No. But it's possible we might not have the whole picture, which means that we might be able to help your son out.
Go on.
What's your relationship with Mr. Wright, sir?
Business. I'm an advertiser on his program.
And how does Mr. Wright get paid? By commission?
Nothing like that. A salesman from 3SD came to see me a couple of weeks ago and said that Rod Wright was doing a week's broadcast. Asked if I'd be interested in being an advertiser.
Have you met him personally?
I've never ever met the man.
Good, thank you.
Is that all? What about Dean?
Dean. Well, Dean, I'm sorry, sir, is going to have to wear it himself.
Do you think that Rod Wright was involved in this business?
Why do you ask?
Because maybe there's something that I haven't told you. Rod did come here. He offered to make sure I'd be looked after in return for a commission on every security system I sold. If I didn't make any sales, I didn't have to pay any extra, so I thought, why not?
So why didn't you tell us this before, sir?
Because Rod told me not to. He said that the radio station knew all about the deal, but he didn't want it spread around in case all the other clients wanted the same thing.
Did Mr. Wright spend any time at all with your son?
Yes, he did, as a matter of fact. He was very good to the boy, gave him a lot of stuff.
Oh, really? Stuff? What type of stuff?
Freebie concert tickets and CDs. Stuff.
All right, so he gave me a few things. Big deal.
A few things? Whoa. Looks like Mr. Wright has been amazingly generous. There's hundreds of dollars worth of stuff here, mate.
Perhaps Mr. Wright asked you to roll a little old lady to get publicity for his show.
I don't know anything about that. Rod just gave me this.
Listen, Dean, old son. You see, judges take an extremely dim view for thugs like yourself who knock over old ladies. So I'd think about that if I was you.
Yeah, the last bloke got 6 months, didn't he?
That's right. Now, on the other hand, if this wasn't your idea, then that's fine.
I didn't do it. Why won't anyone believe me? Dad? Come on, Dad. Dad, please.
Oh, for God's sakes. Be a man, tell the truth.
I only did it for you. Rod said you'd make a killing.
You thought I'd want that woman's blood on my conscience just to sell a few alarm systems?
I didn't mean to hurt her. The silly old biddy hadn't have struggled, I wouldn't have knocked her over.
Righto, Dino. Who else was present when Mr. Wright made you this offer?
Con, but he wouldn't have heard anything.
Con, now, Con. We're talking about as in Con's Milk Bar, yeah?
Down the road from that 3SD van.
got a bit to say to each other. Here we go. The deal's done. Now, Con kept the tape as he thought they were doing a drug deal.
Where would you be without a bit of healthy paranoia, eh?
All right. Can we charge Wright as a conspirator to the theft of Vice, handbag and burglary, though?
Well, the tape just shows Rod Wright giving the kids some tickets.
He is giving them to Dean Anderson. I mean, what about his interview and statement and his father's?
Well, a good lawyer would just say he's trying to deflect the blame from himself. I mean, the rest is just hearsay.
All right, then. What about the secret commissions?
Well, you've only got Greg Anderson's word for it. Now, you can try and charge him, but I think you're going to need a tape confession.
All right, get that radio out of the cage and turned on, because that's exactly what I'm going to get.
Sergeant, to what do we owe the pleasure?
Well, you've interviewed me twice, Mr. Wright. Shouldn't I be getting equal time?
What are you saying? You want to interview me?
That's what I'm saying.
On air? I have nothing further to say to you. If you'll excuse me, I've got a show to run.
Are you afraid of the public exposure, Mr. Wright?
All right. You want to make a fool of yourself again?
Country 3SD.
Welcome back. And if you were listening to the show yesterday, you will have heard my interview with Sergeant Tom Croydon from Mount Thomas Police. The sergeant didn't much care for some of the things I had to say about him or his station. And he's come in today with a rather interesting challenge. Sergeant, why don't you tell us about it?
Oh, nice try, Mr. Wright. I thought I was supposed to be asking the questions.
Well, I'm waiting.
Well, my first question is about secret commissions. Payola, I think it's called in your business.
You're out of your depth, Sergeant.
Do you deny having private arrangements with various firms, businesses in Mount Thomas and St David's?
This is just a pathetic attempt to try to divert public attention away from your own inadequacy.
Do you deny it?
No, of course I don't deny it. And if you understood the first thing about the radio business, you'd know there's nothing unusual about these arrangements.
Does the management know about these private arrangements, do they?
Yes, of course they do.
All of them?
I see. You're accusing me of being a thief. Well, we've got a full board. Why don't we put it to the vote? Who do you trust? Me or Sergeant Croydon?
Rod?
Yeah, go ahead.
It's Greg Anderson here.
From Anderson's Hardware?
Yeah, I just called to say the cheque is in the mail.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes, you do. You said that if I gave you some money under the table, then...
Yeah, well, thank you very much. Thanks. Greg certainly has an offbeat sense of humour. I'll still be having that beer with him after the show, though. Let's take another call. Hello, you're putting it right.
Mr. Wright?
Yes, go ahead.
I just wanted you to know I'm on your side.
Well, that's nice to hear, young fella. What's your name?
It's Dean. You remember you gave me all those tickets and stuff to knock over and rob the old lady?
I did no such thing. Oh, the sergeant's obviously stacked the lines with people who are prepared to tell the most outrageous lies about me. Well, let's take a short break. We'll come right back.
I've still got some more questions.
And I don't want to hear them. This interview is terminated, and I'll be reporting your behaviour to your superiors. What's she doing here?
For the benefit of those people listening at home, we've just been joined here by Mrs. Judy Wright, Mr. Wright's third wife, whom he deserted about 18 months or 2 years ago, was it?
Get out of here. Both of you. Go on, out!
Still on air, are we?
Yes, indeed. My apologies. We'll just take a short music break, and we'll be right back putting it right.
It always helps if you put a CD in. He was always hopeless, technically. I should know. I was his panel operator.
The worst mistake of my life, marrying this smart bitch.
Wrong. The worst mistake you ever made was being a sleazy bastard who couldn't lie straight in bed. Payola Prince, they used to call him. It was a standing joke.
Yeah, well, how else was I supposed to get by? Tell me that. Every time I turned around, there you were. You were one of those other smart bitches with your hand out.
The so-called bitches have 5 kids between them. Your kids.
So they say.
You scumbag.
You like to blame your former wives, don't you, Mr. Wright? But I don't think they had a lot to do with this, did they? This was motivated by greed, pure and simple. Unfortunately, this time, a little old lady has ended up dead.
Yeah, well, I'd never meant for anything like that to happen. She was supposed to be robbed, that's all.
Please, go on. I'm sure your many fans are hanging on every word.
I think I've said enough.
Rodney Wright, I'm arresting you for the assault and robbery of Violet Chisholm. You're not obliged to say or do anything, but anything you do say or do may be given in evidence. Do you understand that? I think that concludes this morning's broadcast. Let's go back to the studios of 3SD.
I don't know how to thank you, Sergeant. I've been trying to find Rod everywhere. It just never occurred to me he'd still be in the radio industry.
Well, they always go back to what they know.
Not that it helps much financially. He left the big bucks behind in Sydney.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, it doesn't matter. I'll be right. I'll just go back to work. It's the others I feel sorry for. I can't believe he didn't even change his name. What a wanker.
Well, it's a mark of his arrogance, I suppose. Still, it brought about his downfall in the end.
All right. Well, if you need anything else, let me know.
I'll do
Tell
that.
them to calm down and
Hey,
I'll
boss.
have someone down there straight
Butchers
away.
and Silvers turned up at Benny
All right.
Dander's shop.
Surprise, surprise.
Boss, that was Leela Clegg. There's a problem down at Murph Pools.
Told you before. What's going on, Leela?
I heard them yelling at each other.
Get out of there, you punk! Can't trust you lot these days.
Look, Mr. Paul, I was just trying to help. You can stick your junk.
That's not junk. I spent years collecting that stuff, you little bugger.
Oh, that's a mature way to go.
Stupid. Give me the batch. What are you doing here, Zach?
This is between me and him.
Mervyn, what's your temper?
Nothing wrong with my temper.
I was just trying to make a few bucks. If I'd known it was your house, I'd have kept on going.
The kid's just trying to help, Mervyn. And you've been whinging for years about getting this place fixed. Give the kid a go.
Well, fence could do with the paint and the guttering needs looking at.
Come on, then. Shake on it. Oh, come on.
Deal then.
Okay. Deal. Come down here. Go.
You're listening to 3SD with Bruce Bannister, filling in today for Rod Wright, who's not feeling the best. It's a beautiful day in